Hello everybody, welcome to tonight's live stream concert, live from home, number 89. I've been doing these a while now. Here's an old Ralph McTell tune, I hope you enjoy it. Let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. It's always interesting to read through the responses. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the paper with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and they're loosely by his side. Yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me that you're lonesome and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and her clothes in her rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home into carrier bags. How can you tell me that you're lonesome and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, the same old man is sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour as he wanders home alone. How can you tell me that you're lonesome and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission? Memories fading with the metal ribbon that he wears. In our winter city, the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. How can you tell me that you're lonesome? Say for you the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Isn't that a great old tune? Just love playing it. Well, welcome everybody. I hope you're doing well out there. I'm coming to you today from Montana. I decided to call the streams live from home once more. For a while there I was just calling them live stream, but I think live from home has a nice ring to it. I was thinking of doing streams when I went out on tour, but it's hard to organize that. And it's a special thing, I think, these intimate musical concerts. And I have a chat window right here. I can see what you all are saying. So thanks for writing me nice messages. And if you'd write a not nice message, that's fine too, because it helps the algorithm. So I win both ways. Now, I really enjoy the connection and the platform to share some good songs. So on that note, I'm going to play another song. I'm going to switch to acoustic guitar here. It is that time of year again where it's okay for me to play the occasional Christmas song. I'm not going to play an entire stream of Christmas music. I may do that a little closer to Christmas Day. But I do have a Christmas album. And I wanted to tell you all that it is available on vinyl. Well, that's the wrong one. Well, I didn't put it next to me here. But my Christmas album is available on vinyl. There it is on CD. Christmas Au Chalet. It's instrumental, solo acoustic guitar Christmas arrangements. It doesn't sound like all the other Christmas albums with a million instruments and strings and horns and bells and whistles and triangle and everything under the kitchen sink. It's just solo guitar, so it's real intimate, nice music. I didn't play the Drummer Boy, which was a request from certain people. So I think the material is real nice. And if you want to order a physical copy of the album, you can do so. And I have these bundles available where it's like, this is the Christmas special. You get all 7 albums of mine. You can get a bundle, and you can get all 4 vinyl albums of mine in a bundle. So if you like to listen to music on vinyl, or if you like to listen to music on CD, perhaps when driving around, that's what I do. You can purchase the physical copies of my album. The link is there. And you can also purchase digital downloads if you'd prefer. The digital downloads are in high resolution. So all that being said, I'm going to quickly tune my guitar here. Quickly give it a tune. For any guitar players in the audience, I play exclusively in standard tuning. More or less. Recorded a couple things in drop D, but not really. So here's Jingle Bell Rock. And I posted a full lesson on this song this morning on YouTube, so you can check that out if you want to learn it. Here we go. There we go, that was Jingle Bell Rock. Don't you love that tune? I love it when I've heard it a few times, but after you've heard it a few too many times, it gets to be a bit of an annoying earworm. So, I'll play one of my own compositions now. This is a tune called The Rush, which certainly tests my technical proficiency here on the guitar. It's a good workout. I hope you enjoy it. Mark says, can you show us the first lick slowly, please? Mark, if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a 45-minute lesson on Jingle Bell Rock where I teach it. Every single note in the song is explained. So check that out because it's very in-depth. And I'm not going to subject everyone else here to a guitar lesson in the middle of the stream. Here we go. This is The Rush. Almost forgot the last chord. Okay, I see a few questions coming in. Joshua Parsons says, what books or resources do you recommend to learn arranging? That's an excellent question, Joshua. I feel like there isn't a really great answer I can give you other than to join the waitlist for my coaching community. I just recorded a full masterclass on how I arrange songs and how I recommend people arrange songs. It's difficult to summarize in a short amount of time, but if you go to invisibletechnique.com, download the PDF that says the 5 pillars of fingerstyle mastery. That would be my first recommendation. Download the 5 pillars of fingerstyle mastery at invisibletechnique.com. Just scroll down the bottom of the page, it's there. And then go to the coaching community and put your email address into the wait list because I'll be opening it up at the end of the year. And I open this community up for a few days, a few times a year, and I enjoy creating content there for my students without having to worry about the algorithm. Because honestly, if I put up a lesson on arranging, it's like people are just going to click on Jingle Bell Rock lesson. So it's a difficult thing to learn how to arrange songs, but it's really a wonderful thing to explore and investigate. But basically, a summary would be learn the song as well as you can in as many different ways, and well, I can't go into it all, but do check out that guide. Sometimes what I've been thinking about lately is taking the simple ideas and taking them seriously. That's what the 5 pillars of fingerstyle mastery is about. It's about a bunch of simple ideas that are worth taking seriously. Because it's easy to just get distracted by all the people out there telling you this and telling you that. But at the end of the day, we all kind of know what we need to do in order to achieve our musical goals. It's just a matter of taking the simple things seriously, I think. Caleb says, do you know of Blind Blake? He's an old ragtime guitar player. He's like Robert Johnson and Scott Joplin all at the same time. Yeah, I love Blind Blake, and I love ragtime music. That is some of my favorite music ever written. I wish I played more of it. It'd be fun to arrange a few of those tunes, like Maple Leaf Rag, but I play a little The Entertainer. I've been meaning to finish that arrangement. I learned that when I was a kid out of a Casio keyboard songbook. And Chet Atkins has a great arrangement of it. It's in D major, but that was in C major. So Cleveland Sparrow says, hey Joe, hey everyone. How you doing, Cleveland? I hope you're doing well, mate. Cleveland's a member of the coaching community. And I had the pleasure of meeting him in person up in Michigan just a couple of weeks ago when I was on tour up there. Daniel says, when are you playing in Texas? I don't have any tour dates in Texas on the horizon, but I would love to be back down in Texas soon. I've played many times in Houston and Austin and Dallas. Kareem says, have you ever tried Cole Clark guitars? I own one, which sounds incredible, but it's a bit tough to play. I have some friends that play Cole Clark guitars, and they approached me many years ago about playing their guitars, and I don't want to say anything bad. I like Maiden guitars, but I don't want to go into that. If your guitar is too tough to play, take it to a luthier, because a luthier will be able to set up your instrument so that it's a joy to play. And luthiers know how to do that. I don't know how to do that because it involves getting the nut to be the exact right height, getting the bridge to be the exact right height, getting the neck relief to be just perfect, and the frets to be dressed just right. So, having your guitar set up by a luthier is something I recommend everyone do when they first get a guitar. And once you've had it set up, you don't really need to mess with it for the most part. Maybe at season change, you make a slight adjustment of the truss rod, but it's really worth getting your instrument to be ultra playable, especially if you're trying to play fingerstyle guitar, because it requires a lot of really gives the left hand a workout. Come to Houston before it gets too hot in July. Can't wait to see you at Tommy's camp next year. Cheers, Joe. Yeah, I'm teaching at the Tommy Emmanuel Guitar Camp in Nashville in September 2023. Daniel says, what's your favorite Jerry Reed piece? Oh, you know what? My favorite Jerry Reed piece might be Reedology or Struttin'. I don't play those very well, but I can give you a little bit of a Jiffy Jam rendition right now. There's a little Jiffy Jam. All right. See so many good comments coming in. Hey Joe, great hearing you play. Have you heard Peter Pozo, a great Kiwi guitarist, sadly recently passed? I'm sorry to hear that, Ross. I get so many messages lately of really excellent guitar players who are passing away. Can you play Isn't She Lovely? I can play that for you. Hosea Ombed. This one's for you. Just gotta check tuning first. I tune because I care. Normally every 15 minutes into the stream, I do a little tip jar pitch, but I'm going to change it up this week. This week's stream is brought to you by Invisible Technique. It's my teaching website. If you're a guitar player and you want a bit of a plan for working on your technique, a great way to approach it is to check out my daily exercises course. It's a very simple, easy to follow course where you play along with me, and there's a series of simple daily exercises that I've been doing for 15 or 20 years, and I've had just rave reviews from people who've gone through the program. No matter whether you're a beginner guitarist or an advanced guitarist, I think it's a wonderful thing to take the guesswork out of our practicing and just have a simple series of exercises that can really work our left hand and really work our right hand. So check out the Daily Exercises program at invisibletechnique.com. I know there's a lot of guitar players watching, so there we go. Here we go. This is Isn't She Lovely? By the maestro Stevie Wonder, of course. Ah, yes. Good fun. Caleb's Crazy Amazing Life. I love that YouTube handle, Caleb. I got I think it says I got $350. What guitar should I buy? Let me just make sure I get that right. What electric guitar would you recommend? I'd recommend looking for a used Telecaster or Stratocaster and probably go for a Squier. If you can get one that's 10 or 15 years old, that'd be great. If you can get one that's made in Japan, that's even better. If you can get a Squier from Japan, you'll probably find one of those for $350. I say that, I really am not sure. But yeah, you listen to Jack Pearson. He's a Nashville guitarist, one of the greatest guitarists on the planet. There was a Guitar Player magazine interview recently with Tommy Emmanuel, and Tommy said, I love Jack Pearson, and the person wrote Jeff Pearson, which shows you that even the Guitar Player magazine editor didn't know Jack Pearson, which is, I feel very bad for that man, because that's a grave error, not giving Jack his due. But Jack plays a Squier Stratocaster, and he gets the most unbelievable tone, and I love it when people ask him about the guitar. They say, "Oh, did you change the pickups? Did you change the pots or anything?" And he's like, "I just changed the strings." And he plays a Squier Strat. And Strats and Tellys are both great guitars. For anyone who's not a guitar player watching, this is a Telecaster guitar. I like Telecasters because they have two pickups. It's just real simple. This guitar is designed in the 50s. 53 is when this guitar was designed. It's not made in 53, but it's a newer guitar handmade by a luthier who does an incredible job. And yeah, Stratocasters are great as well. That would be my recommendation. All right. Colin says, release from anxieties caused by politicians. Oh, that makes me happy to hear. It makes me so sad. The world is just consumed by politics. Music is such a wonderful force for good. For a while there, I'd track what's called heart rate variability, HRV. And heart rate variability measures your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. And I'd wear a chest strap, and I'd hook it up to my phone, and it would tell me my heart rate variability. It would tell me if I'm a little stressed or if I'm real chill. And you can improve your heart rate variability by doing things like deep breathing, meditation. And I did a few tests where I would sit there with my guitar, and I'd do it in the morning, and I'd put on my heart rate variability chest strap, and I'd watch the app tell me my heart rate variability, and I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. And I'd start to play some songs. and I'd watch my heart rate variability improve and improve and improve and improve. And it was just kind of a little, it was like a little, it was like my body telling me, music is good for us. I think music's great to play. Playing music with other people, that's like the ultimate team sport, because you got to listen, you got to be, a good team player. Anyway, I feel very honored to be carrying the flame of playing songs, teaching music. So, all right. Here's a song called Fireflies. I wrote this when I was about 17. It's in the key of B major, which is a really cool key for the guitar. Wait there, I need a little reverb. Here we go. I'm going to play People Get Ready now, which is another beautiful song. I just see a question that I want to answer real quick. Hey Joe, just bought a Capo 75 amp. It's an acoustic guitar amp made by Udo Rosner. What are your favorite settings on the amp? So I set the amp flat. Sometimes I'll take the bass down a fraction or the treble down a fraction, and I'll set the gain and the master on about a quarter. That's my starting place, and maybe I'll turn the gain up a little bit if I need it, but I try to work roughly with those parameters. And I leave it on the darker setting. There's a push button that is like bright and dark. I leave it on the darker setting, because the bright one is just a little too bright for me. This one's for the Capo haters. Every time I record a song with a Capo, I have someone out there saying, you should learn to really play guitar properly and not use a Capo. It always makes me laugh so much. Capo is a very useful device. Sorry for taking a minute to get the tuning just right. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. It's picking up passengers coast to coast. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. People get ready, there's a train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers coast to coast. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Alright, I hope y'all are doing well out there, everybody. I'm having a good time. Nikolai says, just signed up for the invisible technique exercises. It's unlike anything else in my repertoire. I'm really glad to hear that. I learned these exercises when I was about 14 years old, something like that. And I just started doing them every day, and I was like, oh, I can see that if I can get this exercise to 160 beats a minute, then I'll be able to play any song I want. And yeah, they're just really good exercises. For anyone who's wondering what that's all about, if you just join the stream, invisibletechnique.com is where you can find my daily exercises course. It's very easy, it's not going to overwhelm you. It's just a really good set of simple exercises that are worth taking seriously. Zoltan says, going along with Fireflies, would you play another older tune, Flaming Arches, tonight? Or some following live shows? Well, I can play another older tune, but Flaming Arches I haven't played in years. So, for anyone who's like, Flaming Arches, what on earth does that mean? It's a song I wrote about a person who burnt down a McDonald's. And it's called Flaming Arches. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube if anyone's curious. Just got here. NCR Studio. Seen a lot of replays, but this is the first time I've made it to a live one. Loving the talk. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is my Joe Robinson signature beanie. I meant to talk about this, so thanks for bringing it up. If you order my Christmas album on a CD, there's a bundle where you get the CD, the beanie, and the vinyl. And it's a good deal. So check that out. joerobinson.com/Christmas. Janison Scott says, Joe, do you play with nails or primarily the flesh on your fingertips? I play with the flesh. I don't use fingernails. If they get too long, I cut them down. It starts to bug me if they get too long. So I keep them nice and short. Cleveland says, Capo haters, he's laughing. Yeah. There's always one of them on every single Capo song. I try to embrace the Capo haters, because you know what? It means I'm reaching outside of my sphere of followers. Caleb says, I love my Capo. It makes my lame cowboy chords sound good. Exactly. There's nothing lame about cowboy chords if you ask me. I like cowboy chords. All right. Gershwin fan says, do you use the mic or the standard 1/4-inch side? I think you're asking about the Capo. I use the one on the far left. I was using the one in the middle, which I believe is the mic one. And then Udo said, hey Joe, you use the one on the left. So I used the one on the left. The amp has 2 inputs. That's what I'm talking about for anyone out there. Okay, I'm going to play an older song now. How about Flea Bites? That's a cool tune. Zoltan says, at least some of us still remember your older tunes too. I love your music since I got to see you in Hungary around 2010. Isn't that amazing? That was 12 years ago. I loved playing in Hungary. I have particular memories of being there in Budapest, playing on... I played a couple of jazz venues. One was on a boat, kind of like a ferry thing. And one was like down in this underground, kind of like an old train station they turned into a jazz club or something. It's really cool. Yaman says, do you use MainStage for your live streams? Nope, I just use the interface console. I use a universal audio interface and I use the console app. But MainStage is probably MainStage is more powerful, I would say. But yeah, I just use the console app with universal audio. Okay, so this song features the bass and the chords and the melody all put together. So I'm from the bush in Australia. I'm mostly a self-taught musician. I grew up in this farmhouse where it was like, if you wanted some eggs, you had to go out and collect some sticks, come inside, you had to light the fire, because if you wanted to cook, you had to have literally a flame to cook your food. And then if you wanted eggs, you had to go out to the chicken, lift the chicken up off the eggs and grab one, and hope there wasn't a little chicken inside. I did that a couple of times. But yeah, you'd cook up some eggs, and it was the kind of lifestyle that I really love and appreciate now. I didn't have much to do but play the guitar and go and get kindling and firewood. I'm pretty good at splitting wood. I'm just saying. But I wanted to find a way to play as a self-accompanied musician because I grew up in this remote, rural environment. So fingerstyle guitar had a lot of appeal. And in this song, I'm going to break down the elements. So I'd start off figuring out how to play the bass, going like this. I'd add the backbeat. Some of you might think it sounds a bit like Hit the Road Jack. And that's no accident, because Hit the Road Jack was the first song I learned to play. I always loved swing music. Tat, tat, tat. I'd add the chords. And then a melody. Your hand looks like a spider crawling over the fretboard. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit by design with that tune. It's like, how can I create this crazy piece that shows off what I can do? That's fun. Well, I'll keep switching it up. I'll go back to the electric. I got time for a few more tunes. If anyone does have any questions, let me know, or requests. Sounding great, tuning in from Sweden. Cheers, Jonathan. Hope all is well up there in Sweden. Leanne requests Wandering Man. That's a great idea, Leanne. Thank you. I'm just going to find the lyrics for it. I apologize for the moving of the paper. Oh yeah, it's in here somewhere. I know, there it is. Got it. Alright, Wandering Man. This, for anyone who's wondering, is from my album The Prize, which looks like that. It was released in August, so just a few months ago now. And it's available on vinyl and CD on my website. And we have a Christmas special right now where you can get bundles of all 7 of my albums, including my Christmas album, including The Prize, the recent album, including Borders from 2020, including Undertones from 2019, including Let Me Introduce You from 2012, including Time Jumping from 2009, including Birdseed from 2007. So you can get a bundle of all my music if you want. joerobinson.com/Christmas. That's where you would find that. But this is from The Prize. It's called Wandering Man. Can't wait to hear it myself. Here we go. 1. Oops, dropped my pick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deceive you, he will leave you all alone to cry. A wandering man ain't no kind of man. He was born to make you blue. It won't be long until he's gone. Then what you gonna do? He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands. He's a wandering man. To no surprise, he won't be around. A wandering man ain't no kind of man, just a lesson to be learned. You light a match and play with fire, you're bound to get burned. He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands. He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. Silver sand slipping through your hands. He's a wandering man. Wandering man, no kind of man that let you down. He deceive you, he will leave you all alone to cry. A wandering man, ain't no kind of man. He was born to make you blue. It won't be long till he's gone. And what you gonna do? He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands. He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands. He's a wandering man. There we go. I got a cool question there from Paul. I noticed that you move your right hand back and forth from the bridge. What effects are you getting from the different positions? That's not something I think about consciously, but it is something that I've really developed over time, because if you pick the guitar closer to the neck here, you get a warmer sound, and if you pick closer to the bridge, you get a brighter sound. Hear how different that is. So, one thing I learned mixing music, there's a few of my albums I mixed, and mixing is a very difficult thing to do, because what you're trying to do is find the exact right placement of the drums and the bass and the guitar and the voice and any other instruments, percussion or keyboards or background vocals. And once you get everything to be at a good balance, then you've balanced the mix, then it's time to mix. And so you turn up the guitar a little when the guitar plays a cool riff. You turn up the bass a little when the bass plays a cool riff. And you ride all these parts. So you like perform the song within the mix. It's a very cool thing. And what I learned doing that was that the dynamics of a musical performance really help tell the story. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have the melody ring out really clearly. But if the melody is not playing, then maybe I'll have the bass come through and have a little more volume. So an example of that is if I played Can't Buy Me Love, maybe the melody is... And so when I play it with the bass, I want the melody to be really clear. But after that melody is finished, maybe I want to go and have the bass go. If I played it all in just the one position, it would sound like this. But if I move around it, you don't hear a lot of guitar players talk about that, because not a lot of people play like that. A lot of people play with pedals. And if you listen to someone like Ted Green or Danny Gatton playing a Telecaster, oh my gosh, it's like a Steinway piano. It has so much sparkle and just beautiful texture. And a lot of that comes from just the nuance of the hands, the dynamics, and where you're picking across the plane of the string. And like I said, it's not something I've thought about consciously too much, but I do really pay attention to the sound I'm hearing, and I'm trying to get it all to be this interesting mix of the bass coming through, the melody coming through, and all the exciting elements of a song speaking. So with that being said, I'm going to finish up with a song that was requested by Casey called Affirmation. This is a song that George Benson recorded, Jose Feliciano wrote, and I arranged this solo guitar version. NCR Studio says, yes, Ted Green's chord chemistry book is amazing. Yeah, that book is amazing, but his solo guitar album, it's called Solo Guitar, I believe, is one of the best sounding recordings I've ever heard. It's so great. That's really what I listen to, because I look at chord chemistry and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like so much going on here. He was a really, really incredible guitar genius. Reminds me of Alan Holdsworth is another one. Lenny Breau. Really unique, genius level people. Okay. NCIs. I have the single note soloing book too. I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. I bet it's amazing. So thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the music. This is my final song for the evening. It features all the notes I haven't played yet, and I'm very excited to be back doing these streams regularly. I'm going to try to do them weekly going forward, and I'm posting a lot of lessons on YouTube. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel if you want to learn some Christmas songs. 'Tis the season. I just posted a 45-minute lesson of Jingle Bell Rock, shot with 2 cameras, shot in 4K, and I've got the full thing tabbed. It's a first-rate experience, I hope, and it's free. And if you're interested in learning from me on a deeper level, check out my course platform, Invisible Technique. If you want a free guide, I have a free guide called The 5 Pillars of fingerstyle mastery. And that is a very simple series of steps that I believe that all guitar players go through. And a lot of people stop at like step one, honestly, but there's 5 pillars. And these are the simple concepts that are worth taking seriously, in my humble opinion. And remember, I'm an expert on my opinion, for whatever it's worth. So this tune is called Affirmation, and I'll just explain the idea behind this arrangement. So the way George Benson plays it is basically like this. There's a rhythm part going like this. So that's the rhythm part. And this is the melody. You get the point. It's really a great melody. It's a great groove. George Benson's recording is spectacular. I just love it. But I wanted a way... Sorry, I didn't have the camera on my face. I wanted a way to play it as a solo piece. I'm controlling the camera with my big toe on my left foot. I have a switcher down there. You're getting all the inside secrets on this stream. And so I thought, okay, we got the melody. And what would the bass do? Because I love to think in terms of a melody and then a bass. And I like to put them together. I'm not too worried about the chords. The chords usually take care of themselves, but the melody and the bass. And so the bass in this tune kind of went... So the challenge is to try to play the melody and the bass. I'll let you be the judge whether I succeeded or not. Here's the tune. Affirmation. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks very much, KC, for the request. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend out there. Thanks very much for joining us. I have a virtual tip jar set up at joerobinson.com/tipjar if you enjoyed the music and you want to leave a tip. Thank you in advance to anyone who chooses to do that. Check out invisibletechnique.com, download the free guide, The 5 Pillars of Fingerstyle Mastery, and I sincerely wish you all the best, and we'll see you again real soon. Thanks very much for watching. Take good care.